Good afternoon, all. Camelback Trading 2724 coming to you this Tuesday afternoon, May 19th. We're looking at the last 2 days of the market profile of the SPY ETF here on Window Trader. And on the day after yesterday, we had the tremendous gap, had one set of single prints, went out with a price probe to the upside, but turned into a P shape. It looked like today, for most of the day, that the bulls were going to hold their own, have an inside day. If you take away what happened you can't take it away, but if you visualize K, L, and M not going down, we had another P shape forming, and even a prettier one. Until, now here's where I get a little confused. So yesterday we were up 3%, up $10, because that company's trial on 8 people seemed to be doing okay. 8 people. It wasn't even a major one. It's just incredible how the market reacted to that. And then today it comes out late in the day in K period that it didn't go as well as they hoped, and they rip it down, take apart all the structure of the day, get into the gap, although the gap is still large from yesterday. So you're telling me yesterday we went up $10 and it was 8 people, and it's not even into trials yet. And today, again, it's not like a trial failed on thousands of people or hundreds of people, and then they do this. That's what short-term, mindless algorithms will do. You got to be smarter than them. If you are, you're going to win the game every time. We had a pretty good day in the trading room today. Luckily, nobody was caught long when that flush out happened in K. In fact, a couple of us had been short and just got out of shorts, and I was thinking about re-entering it when that happened. But that happens. You move on. I'd rather miss that trade than be caught in a long one at that time. As far as my trading today, well, first off, we go out with another price probe, this time to the downside. So these price probes have been firmly rejected a lot lately. We'll see what happens. I did nothing in A period, right? We opened. We filled the single prints from yesterday. It was total chop in A period, and I did nothing. Then all of a sudden, B open, ripped up. Went up fast. It left a lot of poor structure below. So between the fact that we were getting close to where there were buyers yesterday, and I expected to find sellers possibly since the price probe was rejected, I took the short against that and the poor structure and did well. Actually, I took the poor structure trade earlier. I'm sorry. And then when B ran up, I did it again because I thought we were getting stretched out pretty early. The Fed, you had Powell and Mnuchin speaking at 10, and they were ripping this $1 higher from A's high right up to a very visual area. That's when I took the second short and came down. So 2 very nice short plays in B period. I tried another structure short play in D, didn't work out, lost small in it. And when I say structure play, I'm talking about on the 15-minute bar. Now, I'm in 6 or 7 tick increments, so you can't see, but I always have it in 1 tick increments throughout the day. And what poor structure is, I'll open up and it'll rip higher or rip lower, and it'll leave certain price points that we never traded at, even though we're trading in pennies. I'm going to say 99.5% of the time we come back and revisit those. We had one in C period that never got repaired until K, even though we went to highs of the day. We had a lot of them today. They all got repaired. So even though I took that short off in D and lost small on it, it eventually got repaired. Made a very nice short play in E. Now I said, okay, we're 4 wide. K period's highs is proven to be where sellers could possibly be, right? B got up, D got up. So I faded the new high in E, wrote it back in. That was a nice trade. F period basically did the same thing. F period started, couldn't even get up to D's high, took the short and took it down back to POC and below when we stopped one time framing up. Then I was looking for the afternoon pullback low. Thought we had it in G, actually got long in G. Turned out to be a very nice trade. I was long in G and in H, wrote them both up. I expected fully to get back to POC, that's why I did that. And I think if this little headline didn't come out, G might have been our afternoon pullback low, because then after that, we started trading up. J made a new high. K made a new high. Looked like we were going to finally try to get accepted above K's high from yesterday and go for the high when that little headline or whatever it was came out, and just buried the market and sent these algos into an outright tizzy. They didn't know what to do. They went back and forth. I actually took, well, first off, I had a short in J that worked out. Was going to take another one in K, and I didn't when it had come back in. Boy, that would have been a home run in a real quick sense, but I didn't do it. When the algos got flushed out really heavy, I took an L period. It came down. Soon as we got back, couldn't take out K's low, got to the open, took a long of good size, took it up for 20 cents. So that was a very nice one. And then I just watched M do what it had to do. We price probed, went lower, into the gap, huge gap. I just watched it. So, what are our destinations for tomorrow? Well, for the upside, the first one now will be A's low, which is the price probe of 293.52. So that should be interesting how we respond to this tomorrow, right? Yesterday we had it at K's high. We opened all the way down here, so obviously it was rejected, and every time we got up to it, sell, 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 it all held and came in. Now we'll see what happens tomorrow on the downside one. So 293.52 price probe. Then we were 11 wide, 295.21. So buyers and sellers were happy to do business 11 out of 13 time frames. Only A and then in M, when the algos didn't know what to do, did we not get back to it. So if we get back inside, if this price probe is rejected tomorrow, we should revisit that tomorrow. Then we have today's high of 296.21 and yesterday's high of 296.75. For the downside, we have today's low only of 291.95 and then filling that tremendous gap at 286.33 all the way down here. So it was 637 points. It's still 562 points. So unless something comes out overnight that this drug is this vaccine is an absolute fraud, there's no way it would ever go to trial or whatever, I don't see this gap getting filled. Yes, we got into it today, but I don't see it getting filled the first time into it tomorrow unless something drastic comes out. Although for the life of me, I don't know why we were so high yesterday on it. So it remains to be seen. Below that gap, we have 285.96 price probe from the 15th, right? And then 284.37 afternoon pullback low from the 15th. Now let's go to the charts. Monthly. Remember, we had an inside month up yesterday, right? 294.88. We were above it. We were bouncing above it, back and forth through it a good part of the day until that flush out. So now the second day, it has failed. Again, it's a monthly. Doesn't mean it failed yet. We have to know by the end of the month. But so far, we got pushed down. So we'll see now. I don't know why this shows us closing at 283.13 right now. Oh, that's kind of weird. Anyway, we closed at 291.97. So we're above the trend line, but the inside month up for now has failed. Weekly, that's a pretty ugly looking weekly candle, but again, it's only 2 days. Remember I said yesterday balance to up because it was only 1 day? Well, I'm still saying balance to up because now we are back inside this 3-day balance. So the bulls want continuation above this. Otherwise, we're going to get sucked back in, and you're certainly going to go visit 287 at some point if and when we go for that gap. And the same on the daily. Yesterday, I called it up. I thought we were going to have an inside day today. They gave it up at the last minute. So I'm saying back in balance again, my friends. Gap is still my main focus. We're back into this whole balance. So for buyers, you don't want to start getting this gap chipped away because yes, it's large, but the more you get into it, the more you're sucked into this huge balance and the more likely it will eventually get filled. So you know they want to get back up, stay inside yesterday's range to go for yesterday's high. Another good day in Camelback Trading Room voice channel. Come check us out at camelbacktrading.org. Have a great night, and I'll speak to you prior to the opening tomorrow.